Hey guys! So today I'm going to do a quick first impressions and review video of the Minc by Heidi Swapp. As you can see, mine is still fresh in the box. I haven't even opened it, so this really will be my first impression of the machine. Now, if you haven't seen this machine in action quite yet, it is a foil laminator. Essentially, it heats up and you're able to apply foil to printed designs or pre-purchased designs that are printed in toner. And it does so using heat. Now, I know there are a lot of videos talking about using a laminator. Now, you can use a laminator to apply foil to a toner-based print, but you do need a laminator that gets very hot. Now, I don't have one, and they are fairly expensive if you search the internet, laminators that are capable of heating up to do like 10 mil covers. And one thing I am going to try later on is to use this to laminate with some thicker carrier sheets, because I actually am curious to know if it will laminate. And you guys know me, I'm not afraid to break something. It's a bad habit that I developed as a child. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Here is the Minc all unpackaged and removed from its protective carton and shipping materials. So in the box, you actually get the machine, 3 tags, and these are sample tags for you to try out, you know, to learn how to use your machine, a carrier sheet, a sample of gold foil, and an owner's manual. Now, if you're curious about the technical specifications for the Minc, it has a 13-inch wide opening on the front that you feed your carrier sheet through. It has 6 settings that you can see here, 0 through 5, and 4 rollers inside. There is a motor that moves back and forth, and the switch is back here on the back. It says forward and reverse. The warm-up time varies, but the minimum warm-up time is 1 minute, and the maximum is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I assume that that depends on which setting you set it on, will determine how hot the machine needs to be and how long it'll take to warm up. It also has an auto shut off after 90 minutes, and there is an indicator light for each temperature setting here. The Minc did come with some sample tags, but instead of using those sample tags, I'm actually going to be using this print that is part of the Minc gallery set. And I'm going to be using a couple of pieces of foil to color each one of these things separately, because it does say that you can cut the foil into smaller pieces to actually apply different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have my 3 colors of foil laid out, and I need to turn on the machine, but before I do so, I'm going to reference the package, because the package actually has a recommended heat setting on the back. So it's recommended that I put this through at a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the machine, and then I'm going to press the gold button until I get to this number 3. Now all I have to do is wait for it to heat up before I can feed my card through. The indicator light has turned green, so I'm going to go ahead and feed this into the machine. Here is the foil design. So part of it actually stuck to the carrier sheet, but these other 2 colors remain, so I'm going to peel those off. And you may not be able to see this on camera, but because I cut those foil sheets apart, there actually is a bit of a border around the design. It's not that big of a deal. I probably can remove it using an eraser, but definitely something to note if you cut different colors apart. While the machine is still warm, I'm going to take some deco foil from iCraft and apply it on top of one of the tags that came in the box. I know one of the questions that many people have asked is whether or not other brands of foil will work in the machine, so I'm going to test that out right now. So here's a tag that came with the Minc machine as part of the starter kit. So I'm going to go ahead and place it inside the carrier sheet with a piece of the iCraft deco foil. And I'm going to feed it through, and we'll see what it looks like. It's done going through the machine, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this foil and we'll see what it looks like. Other brands of foil do work, it looks like, or at least the iCraft foil does work, but you will have to be cautious about intricate designs and whether or not it will transfer cleanly. So that is my quick review of the Minc by Heidi Swapp. Overall, I have to say the machine is pretty solid. When you feel it in hand, it's definitely heavy. One thing you will have to consider is it does have a pretty wide footprint. However, I kind of expect that wide footprint because it will take 12 by 12 sheets of paper. Another thing that you may want to consider is the cord is kind of short. You may need to use an extension cord depending on where you put this in your craft room. For me, it's not a big deal because I do have a power source on my craft table. But if you're in the situation where you are going to give this a permanent home, you definitely will have to consider how you're going to power it. Not that that's a big deal, but it's definitely something to consider. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Minc machine by Heidi Swapp in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.